rated M for mature.
That's a quick 5 seconds.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Seven Taylor, and we are on our first episode of Artist to Artist. I have the lovely Anthony Hale and the lovely jazzy Azari motherfucker Jaquan.
Hey.
Please tell the viewers where y'all are from and what's your latest project or single and where they can find it. It also will be in the link as well.
All right, Anthony, you go first, alphabetical, girl.
Okay.
Okay, ABC.
Okay, then. Well, my name is Anthony Hale.
Oh, where your face went?
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Trying to disappear, huh?
I'm so sick of folks. I'm so sick of folks trying to call me when I'm trying to do something important. See, I don't like that.
Right. I know we're working.
So let me start it over.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my name is Anthony Hale. I am an independent rapper. I can hold a note. You talking about I'm a talented singer. I can hold a note. But
come on now.
My debut album is called Rebel. It is out now, so it's everywhere.
Right. We're gonna get to that.
It is. I can say the latest single off of it is Secret, but I released like 5 singles off of it and then put the album out. So we'll get into that a little bit later.
Listen, I got a whole pad ready. I came ready for my job. Okay, and the jazzy Azari.
Hey, it's your boy Azari Jaquan. I'm hailing from Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy. I mean, I do have a single out called Synesthesia, and just a disclaimer because a lot of people don't know what synesthesia means or is. It is a condition where one sense activates one or more of another. So if you smell something, it might activate, a sound or a taste. So yes. So Synesthesia is out now on most major platforms, and I think that's it, right? That's it. I dabble in a little rap.
Well, we're gonna get into both of y'all because I got questions for everybody.
And I'm mad I did it wrong. He done did it so perfect, and I'm sitting there
I feel like the introduction was dope.
He's like, I'm Azari. I'm from New York. I'm like,
okay.
I forgot to say where I'm from. Ooh.
Come on now.
Where you from, girl? Where you from?
I'm from Biloxi, Mississippi.
Okay, and
I'm in the
M-I-S-S-I, crooked letter I.
I'm so sick, y'all.
Come on, E-Valley. You better get into it, girl.
Okay, I'm here for it. And as y'all know, I am your host, Seven Taylor. Current project out, the Disobedience to Jimmy Taylor. Go get that thing on all streaming motherfucking platforms.
Jimmy.
Okay. So my first question is, before I even get into y'all, your dope catalogs. My first question is, what is the most important thing you want your consumers, listeners, supporters to take from your music? And y'all can go either way. Whoever got the answer first.
I look straight at Azari. Go ahead.
Right. All right. I guess it's my turn to go first this time.
Okay.
So I think for me, I want people to realize that there's diversity in artistry. There's diversity in oneself.
Right.
If you guys don't know who Moses Sumney is, there's an amazing vocalist, amazing artist. But there's a quote from his project Moses. No, Jesus Christ, not Moses, Gray. From Gray, there's a line where that says, I insist upon my right to be multiple.
Okay.
And every time I hear that line, I'm like, I want people to feel that when they hear my music, when they listen to my stuff. And I think some of the proof, although like I've deleted and gotten rid of a lot of my my underground stuff now that I'm with like an indie label, so I'm still underground, but like not as under the ground. I'm above the carpet before I was below a child.
Very much. You're on your way up.
Okay. But I think when people hear my music and they hear the different things that I've been on and touched on, they'll be able to see like, R&B, a little bit of gospel, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of rap. And I think that sometimes people forget as human beings, we are that. We are multiple. You're not just a son. You're a son. You're a father. You're a brother. You may be a sister, child. Shit, you may be a they, them, theirs. Okay, you are multiple. So I want people to have that be tangible to them and to be in their olfactory systems. We're gonna let that sat on the people that missed English class in high school, bro.
Okay, come. You gotta come on and school us and give it us what we need.
Okay, come on, vocab lesson.
No, I definitely do. I definitely do like that. Like, for one, I feel like you are a very interesting artist. I don't really, I don't co-sign bullshit, and I definitely co-sign a lot with you with your music because I feel like you create your own different worlds, and it actually not only does it make you feel something, but it actually makes you think as well. So sometimes you listen to a song and you can go a little back to a relationship or stuff like that, So it's like, I feel like even, because I remember at one point you did like your friend, I think he was playing the guitar.
Oh yeah, that was Video Game Blues from my
I loved it. I just love the rawness of it. I love your voice. I love the emotions. Like, a lot of people don't know how to provoke emotions out of their consumers. Because sometimes we can listen to a song and it's like pussy popping, pussy popping, pussy popping. I'm like, oh, okay, But then you can hear something and you be like, oh, bitch, yes, I felt that. I know Anthony that. I've been really
there. Dying and
because it's true, So it's like,
look, but let me tell you, I'm with it though. You was like pussy pop, pussy pop, pussy pop. I'm like. I mean,
because that's how a lot of these songs are made nowadays. A lot of these songs are just, and I understand we all get raunchy and stuff like that, and I'm all for motherfucking liberation. But most of these song structures is just very much trappy fucking beat, or very much hype beat. And pop my pussy down, do I could, it's like basically that's what it's giving. But okay. But on a lit night with the Henny, she's a bop.
That's different. It's different. Right. It's different.
It's different, Shout out to motherfucking SZA. I love that new, her new single as well. So I feel like, sometimes when we structure songs, because I wrote down a lot of notes for y'all. And I, listen to your catalogs and your music and stuff like that, so I can have the right questions to ask versus just generic shit. I want to go there with it. So now for you, Anthony, the same question. What do you want? What do you want your consumers to take away from your music? Like, what message?
I feel like
it's the faces, school. Anthony. It's the faces. Like, you gotta chill.
She was like, "Damn, it's my turn now."
They be telling me like, "Look, you can try to hide your emotions, your feelings, all you want to, but that face gonna tell everything."
Oh, listen, it be like that.
So, what I want people to take away from my music in general is that there is a legit message behind everything that I do. So even if you may not agree with it, it's still a message and it's still being conveyed. So piggybacking off of you, Azari, I think the word is a monolith. We're not monoliths. Right. So yeah, we're very, we're different and we have the right to be. We're not supposed to stay the same because if we are, we never grow. So I feel like and shouts out to my father because he actually came up with the album name and he didn't even know it.
Come on now. Come on, Daddy.
Yeah. Right. So it's called Rebel because I'm a rebellious person. Like, I rebelled against the norm like so much in my life to the point to where I just stopped giving a full fuck about what other people said or thought of me, and I just did how I wanted to.
Been there.
And then on top of that, in the album, you actually hear all the rebellious shit that I was saying. Like I'm cussing out people that I've been dealt with. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about love, heartbreak, emotions, feelings. My first time at a gay bar, I fell in love with somebody, found out he was married, fucked him. So yeah, it's a lot.
Oh, we get into the city.
Right.
You said first episode, I'm gonna bring it to you, bitch. Go ahead.
Right, I'm bringing out all the tea because, like, the thing about me is, if you want to find out a lot of shit, it's gonna be in my music. So,
likewise.
Right.
I'm here for
I'm
it.
not true. And then on top of that, I'm like that in general. If you come to me and ask me, I'm grown. I'm gonna tell you. You know, if I want you to know, I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
But if not, I'm just like, girl, my album's out. Go get it, honey.
She says it's a plug-in, honey. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. So
one more time, what's the name of the album? What's the name of the album one more time for the girls?
It's called Rebel. It's available on all platforms. The deluxe edition is available everywhere first because I wanted people to get the full vision of what I was going to. But the standard edition will be out. Right. The standard edition will be out. The actual standard edition is going to be the clean version. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, me like it dirty.
Everybody was like,
You like it dirty.
But no, people talking about they want to hear my music and they want to play it on certain spaces.
Right, but no, I know. We all know, like the radio play, they definitely want shit edited. Listen, when they put my song on the radio, it's gonna be like, and I walk down, because I'm very explicit.
Listen, I'm here for it.
They're gonna bleep that bitch the whole damn song out.
Like, listen, why don't we just play the instrumental? Just give us
let me pull up Mariah and hum for y'all. Like, let me whistle. Okay. All right. So, I definitely love both of y'all responses. I feel like that's so dope that y'all have that y'all have those focal points with your music, far as with your consumers.
I'm having a headache.
Okay. Listen.
Forgive me, honey.
So yeah, basically, what do y'all feel about today's music? Like, I know that we are all, contributing to today's music and stuff like that. But what do you feel about the structure of today's music? Like how people structure songs, the actual songwriting skills. Do you feel like songwriting skills are being pushed to the forefront, or you feel like they're just quick bops that they're trying to throw out? Like, what is it giving? And my last one is, what artists that's currently, doing a thing now that you look forward to every time they drop? I know I hit y'all with 3 and 1. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to give y'all 3 songs.
You're all right. I'm gonna go first this time because I'm gonna do that. No. I would say, let me start with the first part, the structure of music today. I'm not mad at it, but it's not giving me what I was given as I was a younger child. Like, I was looking, like, I love music so much to the point to where I said fuck homework and I was rushing home just to see what the girls were premiering and what they were putting out. Like, that's how dedicated I was to it. Now it's more like, if I rock with you, I'll rock with you, and I'm there for every release. If I don't, I'm just like, I'm not mad at it because you have your own idea of your music and what you want to do, but it don't necessarily mean I have to just be invested. Right. So I wouldn't say music is not giving me the magic I once had, but it's not really, in the words of my homegirl, it's not giving it what the girls need. Like, but I feel like I pretty much know that there's a reason for that, because I'm pretty sure back in the day our parents thought the same way.
Yeah.
So I can't really.
Yeah, I definitely understand what my mom and my elders feel about today's music, because now that I'm older and I am in the music industry and we are, composing music and stuff like that, when we do hear people that barely put shit together or barely structure a song or barely try to structure a song, they just so quick at trying to get to the hot beat and the hot hook that You were like, well, damn, bitch, I had to cringe to the whole verse just to get to the, and now I'm cringing again because now the second verse done started because it's like
Right.
you're
But I
not
think
really structuring the song the correct way. You're just like giving us a hook and a hot ass beat, and it's a hot ass mess. But go ahead.
Beyonce said it best though. They
She did.
pick a few singles and they burn out, and then and I'm just like,
And that's
you
what
know
they're doing.
what?
They're burning out. It's burning out because it's not a lot of stuff that comes out, to be honest, it's not even replayable content sometimes. It's like, girl, I done heard it, that's it. Like, let me delete this shit
Right.
off my Apple Music because what the fuck
Right.
was she, you know. But how do you feel, Azari? I'm gonna throw the ball to you.
Actually, real quick, Anthony was supposed to tell us what artist he thought was doing it. So,
Oh,
you're not click, girl.
Yes, what artist, before we throw the ball to Azari, what artist gives it to you, honey? It was the first part of the question that was like, bitch, let me get into this.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna name my influences because I feel like that makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
Don Richard from Danny Kane and Diddy Dirty Money. You was a mess, sorry.
It's you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a walk.
Yes, but what you were saying? So you said Danny Kane.
Don Richard from Danny Kane and Diddy Dirty Money. I met her a couple times. I love what she does, and I've actually talked to her, met her a few times, and she actually
followed me like a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. She actually gave me clearances to use some of her songs on the project. So,
come on now, Dawn.
Yeah, she really listens to my music. She loves it, and this year was supposed to be different because she was gonna let all the independent girls open for her.
Yeah, we was waiting for that.
And Rona said, "Bitch, what?"
Yeah, Rona ripped her motherfucking wigs back, honey.
Right, but she's actually like. Dawn is actually like, this album is more so actually paying homage to her because her catalog, all the songs simultaneously run together and they transition so perfect. And I tried to like do that with also showing her so much love and, you know, just like, hey girl, I see you, I love you, you inspire me, I'm here. Then I also love Will I Am because he actually made me want to rap.
Okay,
I was a big Black Eyed Peas fan. Like, you couldn't tell me shit back then. Like, I just
Black Eyed Peas was the shit. Yeah, they were.
Right. I loved all their old shit, they new shit, because Will I Am was just perfect. He just perfect at what he does. And then I switched lanes a little bit. I started growing up, started living my life truthfully, but like I've always have. And I reference Keke Palmer a lot because she inspires me as well. I love her.
She's definitely underrated. I love her.
Right. And I live for her, and you know, yes, everything, I live for her. And then to give my gay icons some love, I thank Big Frida and Todrick Hall because Todrick and Big Frida showed me there was a lane for me, and I could do it no matter what the fuck is going on. Fuck these hoes. If they can't give you a stage, make your own stage.
Right. I'm here for
so. When I was growing up and I didn't see much representation of me, it was Todrick Hall on YouTube showing me, bitch, you got this. You better go ahead and do you. And then I'm grown and I can appreciate New Orleans bounce because I've been around New Orleans bounce for like all my life.
Yeah.
And
that's
seeing
culture.
seeing all the love and support Big Frida has and what she's been doing, I said, oh shit, I got this. Fuck y'all. Like, I'm listening. My girls are doing it. They actually gave me a lane to, like, you know, I have my own lane, but they gave me they showed me there's a lane that
they opened the horizon.
Yes.
And I feel like also to piggyback with your you know, your summary of like, you know, who gave you inspiration and stuff like that. I feel like that's our jobs as well. Because at one point we were new bitches on the scene. And as we're heading more to mainstream success, there's a lot of new people coming in. Because I remember when I came out around 2014, 15, it was like Cakes the Killer and a few other, people rapping.
Yeah.
Then and then I came in, Darcy, and all different, everyone. I met Azari, all these other different, dope energies came into the situation, and then we created a whole new like era, in a sense. So it's like, so we're in a whole new era. We're part of a whole new era. Soon we're gonna be fucking legends and all those different things and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think, like I said, as gatekeepers, we have a job to keep that door revolving, because when you allow your egotistic, views and energy to close that door, once you got in that door, it stops feeding the culture, it stops feeding the community.
Right.
And if we're going to be for the community, we need to really serve our community, things and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think, like I said, as gatekeepers, we have a job to keep that door revolving, because when you allow your egotistic, views and energy to close that door, once you got in that door, it stops feeding the culture, it stops feeding the community.
Right.
And if we're going to be for the community, we need to really serve our community, speak of your people, and opportunity, period.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I've been around. I've been around a little bit of the world. I've seen the world a couple times, but no, definitely. So we're gonna throw that ball right on. I love your responses, and I definitely love, getting to know more of your background story as well. And we're gonna throw that ball over to motherfucker Jazzy Azari.
I'm crying. So, song structure. What's interesting to me is, I see song structure because what people fail to realize and remember is that song is lyric. So
right.
when you're talking song, you're talking poetry, you're talking lyricism, and I think that there's a specific skill set needed to write free form lyric that not everyone has.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let that marinate with y'all for a little bit.
Are you gonna throw the seasoning in with it? Can I throw some chicken on it? We put it in the grill, or we just gonna air fry this bitch?
Listen.
Let me know.
Don't get me started, Jimmy Taylor. Don't get me started.
I'm for the shit. I'm with the shits tonight. Come on.
I ain't even had no wine tonight. That's why I brought the orange juice. Girl.
Listen, me either.
Okay.
This has been a whole nother episode I did.
with song, I think for me, I grew up in the church, grew up singing in the church, and so you internalize hymnal, you internalize the structure of that, the Negro spiritual, modern gospel, and then moving into my secular life, R&B. All of us, I'm sure, grew up with, for me specifically, Layla Hathaway, Brandy.
Oh yes.
Monica, but you're talking Kiki Wyatt,
right?
And then the newer girls, you're and we're talking songwriting. Esther Dean is not a bitch to be played with. Okay. Dawn Richard is not a bitch to be played with. Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is not a bitch to be played with. Jasmine Sullivan.
That whole pen works too. That whole pen works too.
SZA is not a bitch to be played with.
That whole pen works too. That bitch had me singing in motherfucking cursive. Don't put me.
Don't have me jumping out my bed now.
The bitch had me singing in cursive.
She said, whereas in mine, I said, okay, girl, right.
Okay, and I was here for it.
Me and my cousins about that because she said, "Why does sister sound like she's singing in italics?"
Yes.
She's like, I
love her.
She sound pretty.
Yeah, and it does sound so pretty, and it makes you. Her music to me makes you wanna. Yes, and it makes you wanna. It makes me wanna call up an old nigga, cuss him out, make love, do whatever I gotta do, and then start talking about it again. Like, but you had me fucked up on that Thursday. It just speaks to your soul, and I think she's so relatable. And I think also with SZA, I feel like she's someone like many of us. We be in our head a lot about everything when
Yeah.
shit is releasing, how people are gonna consume it and shit like that. We, you know, like once it's released, it's released. You know, you can't do shit about it now. But it's like so many people are holding back so much good music because they're in their heads so much. And I'm like, bitch, get out your head and press send.
Okay. Now
Send that
listen.
shit. Because you won't know the experience until you experience it. Period.
Right.
That's what
And
I think.
that's true. That's
You
nothing
gotta
true.
go for
But
it.
to fully answer the question, I think the form of lyric is not what we should be questioning. We should be questioning as a whole why we have kind of strayed away from artistry. And I'll leave that open to interpretation because I think some people feel like when you are an artist, you're an artist because you wrote some lyrics and you put it to a beat. But it was like, you know,
that word be tossed around.
Do you know anything about the production? What do you know about levels? Do you know about the sound engineering? Do you know what production values are? What are your mids? What are your highs? What are your lows? And then if we're, because you know there are art forms, but it's like, you know, there are art forms where, like, my Sad Boys project was a lo-fi tape.
I love it. I love that project. I love it. I just love the rawness of it.
I'm gonna re-release the project. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, when I get a bit more traction. But I think that, like, I had released the project because I was tired of sitting on the music, like you said. And then when I let it out, you know, so many people gave me love for that project that I didn't really do anything with. It was just like, you know what, here it is, whatever. And I kept it pushing.
Right, you just do it to us, honey.
Okay,
but
it was,
and we took it, honey, and digest her. I know, I definitely do love that project.
It's like that was my baby, because at the time I was asking a lot of the same questions, like what song form am I going to use to work on this music? And you know, Seven heard the project. There I'm singing / rapping in Japanese. You know, the project before I did tropical vibe.
It's bilingual, honey.
Listen, puedo hablar en español.
Okay, come on now.
En patois, okay.
Okay. What is subtitles at?
Okay.
I'm here for it.
You know, but that's, for me, it's in my mind, with lyrics, you have languages. And I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I consider having more languages a blessing, because one day you never know. Yeah, you're a rapper, you doing your thing, your trap thing. Okay, you do, you know, maybe solidcore hip hop, you might do some battle rap. One day you get invited to Japan and you really want to finesse on a nigga, yo, you know, Watashi wa azari desu, wakari nai, yata nai. I'm coming up, I'm telling you with the kunai or some shit like, oh,
listen,
you switching
I'm gonna have one of those
some
people too going like that with the what's the name of them people? They be doing the little signs and every damn thing.
The little sign.
I'm like, now where my bad?
Look, you gonna have me behind you like,
okay, going sick.
But it's facts. It's the lyric. I truly feel like the form of lyric can be free. It can be A B C A B B whatever. But I think we have to talk about the actual artistry, because a lot of people are confusing artists. Hold on, wait. Nope, hold on. Let me get a little drink, because I think I might like this one. Let me.
Ooh, you about to read? I know.
And I love orange juice, by the way. So
okay, with the pulp,
that's
baby.
My fave.
With the pulp,
drink it all day. All day.
Now, what I was saying was, some people confuse popularity with artistry. And with that being said, I'm gonna move on to the next part of the question.
I'm calling out.
So but I think that right now, for me personally, I was in high school when Frank Ocean came out. Really, like, was mainstream. And to listen to him from his Lonnie Brew days to Nostalgia Ultra, and then Channel Orange, and then Blonde, Endless. I personally don't know whether I want to have sex with this man or if I just want to be, a mentee. Because Frank Ocean lyricism, Anthony, it's the truth. And at the end of the day, it's like
the man writes
captivating.
That pen moves, child.
That pen motherfucking, and I respect writers. I respect because I'm a motherfucking writer. I respect writers. I respect people that sit here and write your shit. And there's nothing wrong with writing camps.
Listen,
as far as singers. Nothing wrong with writing camps.
Nothing wrong.
But when I know that you personally pin that bitch down, it connects differently.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, your diary, bitch. Like, I'm in there. I'm with the last nigga that left you.
Like, okay, even with Don Richard, with Don Richard, sorry.
Don Richard now.
Right, Don Richard, right. Don Richard.
Look, the girls get mad. Don't do that.
Right, Don Richard. But for me, I think I had always had a bit of a connection with her music, especially when you're talking A Telltale Heart. That project did some things, but when you move a bit forward and you get to Golden Heart and 86 for me tears me up every time. I'm like, okay, yes, Golden Heart was a body of work. 86, so what she say? Let me make sure I get my vocal right. Some things change, babe. Some things stay the same. I said, what? Hold on, wait a minute now. Wait, bitch. Rewind.
Right.
Sometimes love wins. Sometimes it's a losing game. I said, no, hold on, wait. Now she's speaking my life. I was in high school in a terrible ass relationship. I'm not gonna put no names out there because he's probably gonna watch it. But
they always do.
We're friends now. We're friends now.
They always do.
We're friends now. We are friends now. So I'm not gonna do him like that. But I was in a terrible ass relationship. And this song, the first time I heard it, had me. Okay, I'm trying to be nice, guys. I'm trying to be nice. Listen, I should be, shouldn't I? I'm not gonna listen.
I mean, it's your experiences, and I think sometimes when those, because I think we all had those moments when we do interviews and they want to know why certain songs are so prevalent to you and so personal because of those, it's a part of the experience,
Yeah. I don't know, girl. All I'm gonna say is that those girls right now, Dawn Richard and SZA, Frank Ocean, are really doing it for me. But I would be amiss if I did not bring up Jasmine Sullivan. Now I don't know if she writes all of her music herself, but what I do know is
don't let no mistake, honey. She has a part.
Yeah, she definitely does. But I was like, I don't know if she writes all of it, but I do know that heavily, especially again. Because if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. Mr. Mamas was literally she's listed for credits on Frank Ocean's Endless, and she has vocals on the track. Yeah, I mean, so I'm like, what? And for me, it was just like, I think that was her big moment of her really stepping into herself as an artist. Because for a long time, we just knew Jasmine Sullivan as this great vocalist, but I think we finally started to hear her writing and other people's work, because I'm so sorry, Frank Ocean could hold a note and he had a little piece of voice. His writing is what we really knew him for, and his instrumentals, his beats. But Jasmine Sullivan, I know she was in there with that man twinking on that throat, because he gave, between Blonde and Endless, Frank Ocean was really giving
Blonde
vocals
is really my fave.
You can hear it.
I don't know why it is hit. I like because I know he released the other project to get out of the record label deal and stuff like that. He's like, bitch, could take this. I felt that. But Blonde, Blonde definitely.
It made sense.
It did, and it does, because sometimes you got to do that. I'm bitching you got these few little, so I can really give y'all what I really want to give y'all, and I really feel like Blonde was just like that. It was that for me. And
girl, let me tell you, honey, I feel like Blonde was just him way of saying, I'm going to finesse these motherfuckers out of $20 million, and when a bitch come back, y'all better be going up for me like y'all did with this shit.
Right.
That's what that
you better buy every motherfucking record. And we did. We did. We fucking did.
You
No,
know
I
about a
definitely,
motherfucker that knows
I
his business
definitely
and
agree
get his
with
coin.
that. I definitely agree with that. Like,
I should have just brought some fucking wine. I'm being too nice. Where's the orange juice at?
No,
God damn it.
don't let it hold you. I got
For
some
me,
fucking peach crown sitting next to me along with some Hennessy, okay?
For me, you know, I mean, other people pin games that I respect a lot. Prince, Michael Jackson, Tina Marie,
Tina, ooh,
Tina motherfucking Marie. She wrote down, and she sung down too. But
Yes, she
the
did.
thing is, I'm inspired by so many people